Hello and welcome to the Cricket Draft. Today we are joined by the Derbyshire wicketkeeper, Brooke Guest. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you haven't done so, drop us a comment as to who you would like to see us interview next in the build-up to this season. The episode is brought to you in association with All Sports Insurance, and if you're not, make sure you're following the Cricket Draft across all of the socials so you can stay up to date with all of the games and also keep your eyes peeled for the Derbyshire-specific 2026 County Championship preview. Brooke Guest, Derbyshire, wicketkeeper, batter. You were here last year, 12 months ago. Amazing. But how are you? How's the 12 months been? How's your winter? How's life?
Yeah, all going well, thank you. Obviously, last season we had, particularly in the red ball stuff, we had quite a nice season. Obviously, disappointing to just miss out on promotion. And obviously, that second last game of the year against Glamorgan at home, losing 3 days to rain obviously didn't help that. And could we have played those 3 days? Who knows what position we'd be sat in right now. But yeah, obviously we were really happy with how we went about the red ball stuff last year. The white ball stuff didn't particularly go to plan. And obviously a few shifts in personnel this year, and hopefully we can put things right in that format as well. But yeah, obviously we've got some changes to the squad, which hopefully can contribute to one, promotion, and two, hopefully a finals day appearance in the T20s and pushing for finals in the one-day comp as well.
It's been fantastic to see, and it's felt from the outside, it's felt like Derbyshire has been a real kind of project over the last 4 or 5 years that everybody has bought into, led by Mickey Arthur. As you said, you're so close to that second spot in Division 2 of the Championship, and it feels like the project is continuing to head in the right direction, which is amazing to see. And as you say, you've got some new faces joining you as well, which is exciting. I'm sure you guys are probably kind of raring to get going again. But how's your winter been? What have you been up to? What's it looked like? Where have you been in the UK? Have you been away? What's been going on?
Yeah, so this year I spent the whole time over here in the UK. Just like you say, a little bit of downtime straight after the season. And then just a lot of S&C stuff, fitness based stuff, but also a lot of cricket as well. A few little technical tweaks in that, and exploring how I can expand my game a little bit for the T20 stuff. More scoring options, more boundary options. Obviously, we're always looking for those little 1%ers to try and change games. And I've been quite lucky to do a fair bit of work with a wicket-keeping coach this winter as well, just to try and put, like you say, the little 1%ers on that as well. Has been really beneficial for me. I feel like my game's in a really good place, and hopefully, like you say, we're all getting to that point of the winter now where we want to get out there, we want to play. We've spent a lot of time indoors training and that, but I mean, we've also got a tour to Zimbabwe in 3 or 4 weeks to look forward to, so that's exciting just before the start of the season.
Definitely something to look forward to on the calendar, isn't it? When you see that, when you flip it over for the next month and you see a trip away, sounds pretty cool. What's the squad been like? Have you all been in together over the course of the winter, or have you had players overseas? Who leads on that? Is that player led? Is that coach led? How does that work for Derbyshire?
Yeah, so we've probably had about half the squad in, half the squad away for majority of the winter, and I think obviously a lot of that is it's kind of player led mainly, but obviously the coaches will contribute to that in certain ways, suggesting that players need to go away and get time away, or whether there's more benefit in them staying around and doing some technical work to try and change a few things. But I think for every individual, it's different at different stages in your career. I think a lot of the young lads in the squad particularly have gone away, and like I say, playing more cricket when you're first starting or at that stage of your career is really beneficial. And then some of the older lads prefer to have a bit of time off with family and that in the UK and enjoy enjoy that part of the year, and even get away for a few little holidays throughout the winter. So yeah, I think Mickey and the other coaches will contribute to it at times, but I think mainly it is player led, whether you want to go away and play a summer over in Australia or South Africa or wherever it is.
Absolutely right. It feels every county has a slightly different kind of stance on it, but what feels so consistent is that it's the players' kind of welfare and what you guys want is the most important kind of thing to come out of it within reason. I'm sure if you turn around and said I fancy 6 months in Magaluf, it might not be the right thing to say, but actually 6 months in Oz or at home or whatever is works really well, and it feels you've done both, right? You've been to Australia, you've had winters. I mean, is there any way that kind of pros or cons as to what helps better going into the summer? Have you noticed any huge difference?
I think obviously the pros of going away are obviously you stay match fit, you stay in competition mode. So start of the season, you come into that probably not as much feeling the pressures of walking into a game, because you've been kind of in that the whole time. But at the same time, you're probably not working with coaches as often. You're more on your own, doing your own work, obviously sending a little bit of footage back and forth and working on a few things, but you're not having that constant access to coaches. And then obviously on the flip side, it's obviously the complete opposite. When you stay in UK, you're constantly working with the coaches and being able to tweak things, but you don't get the same game time and that. So I think that's obviously for the lads that have stayed over here, a trip away, obviously going to Zimbabwe is quite crucial. Getting us ready, getting a few games while we're over there, to kind of get those start of season nerves out of the way before we hit the ground running in the first game.
Yeah, it's not just you and the players that have been busy over the winter. The back office staff have been busy as well. I was just looking through some of the new faces and the signings that are going to be joining you in the dressing room this year at Derbyshire. I mean, what a few pieces of business this is. There's so much to talk about. We'll talk about some of the players that are coming back. Caleb Jewell, firstly, did he exceed expectations from 2025? He felt like almost the player of the season across all formats.
Yeah, I think we knew that he was a good player coming over. We knew that we were going to get a good batsman, top of the order. But the way he came over and in the manner he played in quite an aggressive manner up the top and kind of set the tone in most innings that we've played, and kind of gave us that kickstart to an innings that the rest of us lower down the order could kind of build on. So the way he came over and set the tone, I think first game we played, he defended a couple balls off the front and back foot that went flying to the boundary, and we've gone, wow, what a player we've signed here. And obviously, like you say, that continued throughout all three formats throughout the season. And like I say, to have him back and hopefully he can do what he did last year is a real benefit for us.
Yeah, absolutely superb to watch. And another returning player that's so exciting, one of the best and kind of hottest prospects of mystery spin in the world, and a real character. You've got Gazanfar coming back on a white ball contract. Is, again, what another brilliant piece of business to secure his services for 2026.
Yeah, 100%. He was something that obviously not a lot of people knew an awful lot about coming over, but obviously knew the potential that he had. And obviously before he came over, he'd had a few injuries and that, so he hadn't played an awful lot of cricket. But the way he came in and hit the ground running from game one, I remember there was one game I think we played at Headingley where he took 2 wickets, I think, in the first over, bowled, I think, 2 or 3 overs in the power play and went for maybe 15 runs in the whole game. And he bowled, I think it was about the 17th or 18th over, and they didn't know what to do against him. I think they scored 3 off the over, just looking to kind of survive the over. So that just shows the kind of bowler he is. And obviously we've only got him for half the blast this year, I think. But even so, he can still make a big impact in those 7 or so games.
Absolutely. And then maybe slightly more championship specific, but two completely new faces, Shoaib Bashir and Mohammed Abbas, to come into the dressing room as well. It feels like Santa Claus has bought everything that you guys put on your Christmas list this year to bring new faces to the squad. They're two, again, amazing players.
Yeah, definitely. Like they're two, particularly in red ball at the minute. They're two proven wicket takers. And that's probably where we slightly fell short at times last year, is taking wickets, being able to take 20 wickets in a 4-day game. So adding two people that have not only done it at county level but in Test cricket as well, is only going to improve our bowling attack and give us extra options to take wickets, whether it's up top or through the middle overs, or even coming to the end of a game if we need quick wickets. We've got options there to add to what we have already had. And like we said, we managed to finish third last year and almost got promoted. So adding those two into our side can only show benefits for this season coming up.
Very exciting times ahead. So with the cricket season fast approaching, now is the time to ensure that you and your club are covered. Don't risk the season with underinsurance or outdated valuations. Contact ASI, the specialist sports broker and PCA partner, to get your club or potentially even your own policy sorted before the first ball is bowled. Now, Brooke, a couple of questions for you. Which of your teammates are you going to... We just want a bit of cover here, right? You've had 4 long days in the field. You've got 5 runs to defend in the final over. Who are you chucking the ball to get that over the line?
It's a great question. I'm going to go with Zach Chappell in that situation. Obviously, he's done well for us since he signed for us, and proven that he can bowl in a lot of different situations. And he's got the height, he's got the bounce that can make it quite tricky to score at times, but also he takes wickets. So I think in that situation, I'd go with Zach.
And then finally, I'm thinking 2019 World Cup final Super Over-esque here. Run out opportunity falls to one man in the squad. Who do you want picking the ball up?
I'm going Pat Brown. He's got a rocket of an arm. He's quick to the ball in the first place, but once he's got it in his hand, he's got a rocket of an arm and very accurate with it as well. So if I'm wanting to take the ball off someone as well as a keeper, I'd be going to him.
Perfect. Looking ahead to 2026, this new season, you said you're going off to Zimbabwe. We've got all of these new faces to look forward to seeing in a Derbyshire shirt this year. And despite the fact that it's rained every single day of 2026 so far in the UK, it's supposedly getting closer and the summer is not that far away. Fixtures are out. What are the hopes and the aspirations for Derbyshire this year? Are they goals that you set as a team? Have they been set? Have you had those meetings yet? What's it kind of looking like for you boys?
Yeah, the big two things we spoke about as a squad are promotion and finals day. They're the two big things that we want to push for this year. Obviously, like we've said a few times, just falling short last year's kind of built that need now to get it done. Coming so close, falling short by a game or whatever it was in the end. The lads are chomping at the bit to start the season and kind of get it over the line this year, not fall just short. And then obviously finals day is always a big day for every club. Big push trying to get there. And obviously with the change in format of the T20 groups this year, it's going to be different, playing against a couple of different sides. So against them teams that we haven't played against before, trying to get one over them will be a big thing for us. Obviously one at home and one away. So those two hopefully contributing to us getting to finals day.
Are they welcome changes for you in the Blast? A little bit of a reshuffle in changes of location and a change of structure in that competition?
Yeah, I think it's nice to always have a bit of a change every now and then, and obviously teams that we haven't really played against before. Obviously Somerset we played in a quarterfinal a few years ago, but I don't know the last time that we played Essex in a T20 game. So coming up against different oppositions and in a way them not knowing too much about us in that format. We don't know too much about them in that format. So it's a nice change for us to kind of like just something different. And then, like I say, obviously playing each team in our group home and away now, rather than the two teams that you only played at one or the other. Can try and kind of get a 2 over each team if you can and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's a welcome change from most counties.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. We've spoken so much about new signings and various players that have been part of the squad for a while. I think we probably spoke about him 12 months ago, but somebody that like genuinely very excited about in your dressing room is Harry Moore. Struggled a bit last year, had a few injuries, didn't he? Maybe didn't play as much cricket as what he would have liked to have done, but I believe he's currently with or on an an England Lions bowling camp, which I believe is in India. How's he going through the winter? Is he ready to go again for 2026? And just kind of where is the ceiling for this guy? It's quite tall because he's a cool tall lad, but what have we got to look forward to from him this year?
Yeah, I think like I say, he's just got back from that India trip. I think this week. So he's been in training with us this morning. He's in a good place. He's building up his workloads like the rest of the lads, hoping to be playing in that first game of the season. But like I say, we've seen snippets of him in first team cricket. But we've definitely not seen the best of him yet. He's 18. He's already done some incredible performances, not only with the ball but with the bat as well. Remember him winning as a game down in Somerset. He got 50 odd not out at the end in a one-day game. So he's got the ability with both bat and ball, but obviously he's got the physical features to allow him to be a very good bowler, but his work ethic as well. He's always wanting to do the extras on both his batting and bowling. And he's one of those kids that you want him to do well. You see him work hard. He's a great lad as well. You want him to do well, and everything that he's earned up until now with his Lions call-ups and stuff like that, he's deserved it. And not just through his talent and that, but because he is such a good kid as well.
Yeah, someone that, yeah, as I say, very, very excited to see how he goes, and someone that I've really enjoyed watching from a distance as well. Has been really good. It's a bit of a hypothetical question for you now, just to try and get the taste buds going a bit for the championship. And this doesn't have to be exclusive to cricketers that are currently active. It doesn't have to be exclusive to your teammates. But if I was to ask you the question of, obviously, prime position behind the stumps, if you could pick a batter and a bowler from anywhere, any when, that you would want to go and have a kind of a box seat for to watch that battle, who are you thinking? Who are you picking?
It's a great question. I'm going to go with two guys that are still playing. Obviously, England's greatest Test bowler, James Anderson, up against England's leading run scorer, Joe Root. Test cricket, and if it could be, at Lords as well.
On a cloudy day with a brand new Dukes. Yeah,
and I think they're both. I could be wrong, but I'd say they're probably both the leading run scorer at Lords in Test match cricket and the leading wicket taker at Lords in Test match cricket. So I think that adding that to it as well would be a battle that I'd love to be up close and personal in.
That would be a phenomenal day out.
Yeah, it's one of the best battles I reckon you'd see at the minute. And obviously, if both of them could be in their prime as well, it'd be even better.
Okay, Brooke, the challenge: 90 seconds to answer as many 2025 Derbyshire-specific county championship questions as you possibly can. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, let's go.
Let's have a go. Number one: how many different bowlers took fifers in the county championship for Derbyshire?
6.
2. Lewis Rees and Jack Morley. Wow. Who bowled the most overs, 367, in red ball cricket?
Lewis Rees.
Jack Morley. Who did Derbyshire beat in the first game of the 2025 season by 9 wickets?
Gloucestershire.
Correct. Which player completed the historic 500 runs and 50 wickets double?
Lewis Reese.
Correct. Which batter faced the most balls during the 2025 season?
Wayne Madsen.
Harry Kane, 1,759. Who finished as the club's leading run scorer in the championship with 1,158 runs?
Wayne Madsen.
Correct. Who recorded the highest individual score for the club in 2025 with 232 against Kent?
Caleb Jewell.
Who hit the most sixes in the county championship in 2025?
Caleb Jewell.
Martin Anderson. Which batter scored 400s more than any other player in the squad?
Madsen.
Correct. Name 2 of the 4 players to have played in all 14 games.
Wayne Madsen. And myself.
Correct. True or false? Every county championship player averaged over 10 with the bat.
True.
True. True is correct. And what a brilliant way to end it. What a great stat that is as well. Everybody that played red ball cricket averaged more than 10 last year for Derbyshire. That's amazing.
That is incredible. You wouldn't even think of that stat, would you?
No. We'll thank producer John to put that together. But that is a fantastic effort, Brooke. Thank you so much for your time. It's been great to chat with you and kind of talk about all things Derbyshire and obviously yourself. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel. And if you've enjoyed it, there's more of this stuff coming through the course of the season. Keep your eyes peeled for the specific Derbyshire article that's coming your way. And the way you'll find that is if you're following the Cricket Draft across all of the various social platforms. Make sure you follow Brooke and Derbyshire. And look, thank you so much for your time and best of luck for the 2026 season. Can't wait to see how you get on.
Cheers. Thank you.